Hello, in this video we're going to look at how to move and how to manipulate and modify parts of an object. Um, we already know how to move and modify an entire object, and we do that by selecting the move tools and the scale tool and the rotate tool on the left after we've selected an object. So we can move an entire object, or we can rotate an entire object or scale an entire object when we're in object mode. But to be able to use these three tools and move, rotate, and scale individual parts of an object, such as a polygon face, we need to enter component mode. And to do this, you need to either have a 3-button mouse, or you need to, if you're using a Mac, you need to change some settings for Mac. So because I'm using a Mac, I'm going to show you how to change those settings. So firstly, go to the Maya menu at the top, and then go to Preferences. Select Interface, and then down the bottom here, you'll see there's an option under Devices, which is Mouse Tracking. So before I had this set to 3-button, but I'm going to change it to 1-button. So if you're using a Mac with just a trackpad or a single button mouse, then you need to change this setting to 1-button and then click Save. Okay, now you'll notice that you can now hold down Option and Command to pan, move around an object, whereas before you wouldn't have been able to. So you can hold down Option and Command and click and drag to pan an object, or just hold down the Option or Alt key to move around an object. But now what we can do is we're able to right click on this shape, which we couldn't do before. So after changing that setting, we can now right click. If you're using a Windows computer or a Mac and you've got right click ability on your mouse, or you've got a 3-button mouse, then what you need to do in order to enter component mode so we can modify individual faces of this shape, to enter component mode, you need to either hold down and click the right button on the mouse while selecting the object, or on a Mac, after just changing the setting, which you just changed, you need to hold down the control button on the keyboard and click. Okay, and then you'll get this menu that will come up. So on Windows, either right click and hold down the right click for a second or two until this comes up, or on a Mac, hold down the control key and click and hold on this shape until you get this menu. All right, so to enter component mode, we need to select face and let go. And now you can see that we can select individual faces here by clicking on them. Okay, so what we can do is we can select a face just by clicking on it. Okay, if we want to select multiple faces, we can hold down the Shift key, and while we hold down the Shift key, we can add more faces. If we want to deselect faces, then holding down that Shift key, we can just press on those faces again to deselect them. Okay, if we want to select multiple faces in one go, we can just click and drag to highlight several faces. Okay. And we can also hold down the Shift key and click on the ones that are selected to deselect them again. If we want to deselect everything, then we can just click off the object. Okay, so hold Shift to select multiple objects, and to hold Shift to select more than one face, and press Shift on holding Shift and click on the parts that are selected to deselect them. Okay, so I'm just holding down the Shift key while I'm clicking the mouse button, and I'm selecting multiple components here on multiple faces. Okay, then I could go and grab a tool like the Move tool, and I could now move just those components or those faces that are selected. And I could also rotate as well. So I can really manipulate this shape in some pretty unusual ways. And we could scale too. Okay, so we can maybe shrink that bit down, or we could have it bulging out like that. Okay, so there's a number of things that we can do here by selecting individual or multiple faces. Okay, so now I can just hold down Option and Control and Option at the same time, and I can I can hold down the Option and Command tools, and I can pan around. I might just go and hold down the Option button so I can rotate. So now you can see how I've manipulated this shape. Okay, so we're still in component mode, but by holding down the Option or Alt key and moving around, we can just see where that shape has actually changed. So now we could go and modify this side here, and we could just click on an individual face. Just need to press Escape, I think. Hold down Control, select face. Not sure what was going on there. So hold down the Control key and click on the shape, and then you'll get back to this mode where you can select faces. Okay, I'm going to select a few faces here, and I might just grab the Move tool and move those around as well. And then I might deselect by clicking anywhere outside here, click on one, and then I might just move that as well. Okay, might move it on a particular axis. And then just hold down the Option key to rotate. Okay, so that's how to manipulate individual faces or components of a shape. So you need to hold down the Control key and click and select face to get into the component mode. If you want to get back to the object mode, then you need to hold down the Control key, click with the mouse, and then choose select, and that will get you back to the object mode. Okay, so that's basically how to modify and work with individual components or faces of a shape. Thanks for watching.